Hello and welcome to our Tipsters Hub, where we learn about our programming every day. So today we are going to look at matrices, and before that, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and share my other videos. Welcome, and let's go directly into it. So first, I'll create what I call an R script, and then the R script is about creating matrices in R. So one of them is called a matrix, multiple is matrices. So what is a matrix? It's a two-dimensional data structure, consists of rows and columns, similar to a table, and it's also used to store data in a structured way, easy to perform mathematical operations, especially for mathematics and also programming. So today we are going to look at how to create matrices in R, and one of the most important functions that we are going to use in this case is called the matrix function. It looks like this. So matrix function. So that's the matrix function, and you see it has several arguments that we are going to look at. So for example, if you want to create a matrix, this is how you'd write your code. So matrix, and then we say the data we want included in the matrix should be number 1 to number 6, and then we say number of rows within that matrix are 2, number of columns within that matrix are 3. So if we run this, we see that the result is the matrix with rows, 2 rows, and 3 columns. So that's the easiest way to create a matrix. So in this case, this is a 2 by 3. We usually refer to it as a right angle. So 2 by 3, 2 rows by 3 columns. And because we specified the values 1 to 6, and we also specified the number of rows, and we also specified the number of columns. So how do you access the elements within a matrix? So how do you access the elements within a matrix? This is almost similar to what we had looked at when we were accessing elements within a vector, or also accessing elements within a data frame. So in this case, we want to access the element in the first row and the second column. First row, second column. So we expect that the result is 3. So that means we want to access, we'll do matrix. Just before that, we can just run this again, but now assign it to an object. So let's say mat1, and then we run this. So if you want to access the value in the first row and the second column, we are going to say mat1, and then we say first row, then we say second column. When we run this, we see that the value is 3. So we've been able to access this value here. What if we want to access mat in the second row in the third column? mat1, yep. We see that it's 6, which is this here. So you have to be very careful making sure that the object in which you have assigned the matrix is correct. This is why we got an error here. So there are several basic operations, but before that, we can also see, let's say we want to access the first row it will just be mat1 first row, and then the column, we leave that blank, meaning we are selecting all the columns. We see the values 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. So if you want, there are several, or just like three main basic matrix operations. There is addition, there is multiplication, and also there is transposing. So matrix operations, we start with addition. So let's say we want to add matrix 1 to itself. Then you enter, you see that each element is added to the element that came in the other. So it's like 1 plus 1, we get 2, 3 plus 3, we get 6, 5 plus 5, we get 10. That's how to add matrices. And then if you want to multiply, multiplication, we say mat1. Now here we don't use multiplication, the X sign that we are used to. We are going to use a percent, and then we use the star, and then percent, and then say mat1. We realize that the multiplication sign is not what we are used to. It has percent and percent. There's much more in terms of how the matrices are supposed to be, the law of matrices to multiply them together. We are not going to look at that in this video. I'll just introduce the operator that we are going to use, and then the third option is transposing a matrix. For transposing, we just use the symbol T, then transpose mat1. If we run this, we see that the rows have become the columns and the columns have become the rows, meaning it's now from a 2 by 3 matrix to a 3 by 2 matrix. Thank you very much for your time. Like and share this video. Watch out for the next video that will go into much detail explaining or just introducing more about matrices in R. Thank you and happy coding.